numbers, Tom.
Okay. Numbers moving.
No, they're rolling. Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's edition of the Half Hour Happy Hour with Alison and Alex. I'm Alison Haislip.
And I'm Alex Albrecht. For the next half an hour-ish, Alice and I are going to be talking about some things that we found interesting in
I totally
the
changed my
news.
intro because I realized it's what you say.
I love it. You're
Yeah.
not. You're just like
This week's edition.
This week's edition. It just sounds so professional.
It does.
Yes.
Well, normally I just say, welcome to the Half Hour Happy Hour, but I realize, no, it's
now
this
it
week's.
It feels right, right?
Totally does.
It feels righter than it was.
It's
before.
more writer,
It's
for sure.
more writer.
It's absolutely more
With us,
writer.
as always, the lovely and talented Tom Krajewski.
Good to be back.
How are you?
Good.
Welcome back. You went to the tracks.
Yeah. Nice me's going to
Yeah.
be back this week on the
Oh,
show.
yeah. Well,
You
it's
saw
also-
the
it's also
horses. You
Saw
bet
the
on the
horses,
horses.
drank
How
a
was the
lot.
horses?
Wicked
I got
awesome.
your horse right here.
Wicked
His
pissa.
name is Paul Revere, and the guy says the weather is nice and clear. Can do.
The leather is nice and clear.
weather. I've had a couple drinks today, guys.
Hey,
Nice.
We
got a
that was Guys and
toasty
Dolls.
Haislip.
That was Guys and Dolls for anyone who didn't
Pro
know.
tip. Pro tip.
Pro tip.
So did you
Guys and Dolls.
win any money?
No, I didn't bet. I just went to drink.
Oh.
That's all
Smart.
I do. Everybody else bets. I just go and hang out.
Why you don't even do a $5 bet on a horse just in case?
No.
Oh.
Nice.
End of story.
Interesting.
End of story.
Yeah,
Damn
that's
it,
his
Tom.
one-word gambling
Moving
story.
on to more entertaining stories.
No, I do not.
Tom.
What'd you do this week, Mrs. Haislip? Miss Haislip?
I played that video game, Never Alone. Have you played it?
I have
I've
not.
heard of it, though.
No.
Yeah, it was on all the top lists for 2014, and I just never got around to it.
Yeah.
And it's this gorgeous game where you're in little Inuit girl, and that's the proper word for Eskimo, Alex.
Ah.
Alex gave me a
got
look
it.
like he didn't know the word I was saying. An Inuit.
I was like, I think I do my taxes with them.
No, Inuit. And she has a
Eskimo
little
girl?
white fox friend, and you travel and try to beat baddies and things like that. So it's a co-op game. This is what I've realized.
Oh.
There's a severe lack of co-op games coming out these days. Games are either solely single player
Yep.
or solely to be played online with friends.
Yeah,
There's
like
no
big
more
MMOs.
sit next to your friend with a controller in their hand and your hand and play a game together.
That's a good point.
like
yeah.
beat 'em up style, like the old Teenage Mutant Ninja
Well, she
Turtles
means
game.
yeah.
No, I mean, or Portal, Portal.
Yeah.
That was a split screen, but this game, Never Alone, is not a split screen. You play on the same screen. You're just two different characters. So
That's super cool.
yeah, I know.
I gotta try that.
Yeah, you really should. It was a really gorgeous, beautiful game.
It was a fun, loving experience.
Yeah,
that
I
you
dug
just
it.
had. Did you dig it?
I totally dug it.
You can dig it. We can
I
dig it.
think
She can dig it.
completely dug it.
Oh, you completely did
Yeah.
it. That sounds fantastic. I
What
just
did
came back
you
from,
do, Alex?
I just came back from Napa. Zir Napa.
Did you drink all the wine?
Surprisingly, I drank a lot of wine at my friend's house the night before we went to a vineyard party, and then I drank beer at the vineyard party.
That sounds like
What
a
is
terrible
wrong
mistake.
with you?
I just was like, I had all the wine last night. It was great, but then I was like, I just want a beer. Plus, it was it started at 2.
The
So,
party?
yeah,
in
so it was
Napa?
one of those things
Got
that was
it.
like, yeah, I guess I could have
yourself.
wine, but I was like, I just want beer.
Yeah.
It just felt like beer time, and it was sort of on this little lake
Beer time.
area. So it was kind of it just felt like, I'm by the lake, I got a beer.
Yeah.
People jumping
I
in the
hear that.
water, I'm not.
There are times, especially when it's daylight and it's hot outside, a beer sounds way
Beer.
better than wine.
Mm-hmm.
So you were at some big fancy party or something?
I was at some
Napa.
big fancy
What?
party at Napa.
Must be
I
nice.
was on an estate. It was actually really cool because it was, even though it was a big fancy party, to be honest, it was really sort of a weird Dignation Revision 3 reunion. Because all of the sort of tech world, they all know all of the people from Revision 3 and all that stuff. So literally, I walked in and the first person I saw was Hippie Glenn from Dignation, and I thought I broke his brain.
What do you
Because
mean?
nobody knew I was going.
Really?
Yeah. And so it's
So you were the surprise guest?
yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
And so I walked in, and Hippie just looked at me and had this weird seizure face.
Because
And
you
I was
look
like,
exactly how you
"Hey."
looked 5 years ago?
Yeah, yes, I did.
Yeah.
And he was like, I don't know what what the hell are you doing here? And I was like, hey, buddy. And of course, we were just getting there, dropping our bag off and all this stuff. So I was
Yeah.
we're gonna go get a drink, but then we'll come chat. And he literally he sort of just pivoted in his place, but he didn't move anywhere. And I was like, this is a long party.
Yeah.
I love you, and we'll catch
I will
up.
find you.
And he just like stood there, and I was like, "You gotta just chew."
Was Kevin Rose there?
Yeah, yeah, and he was in New York. So I mean, he moved to New York, so I was like, I don't know if he's gonna be there, but it literally.
I just
was
always
like,
remember at your wedding, I was sat at a table with some people who I like vaguely knew, and then there was this one couple who I totally didn't know, and it wasn't until like very near the end of the night that I was like, "Oh, this guy who's been telling me his name is Kevin is Kevin Rose." Oh, it makes so much sense now.
Yeah, it was cool to catch up, and then we also have a couple friend Ben and Jamie who have a house down there in Portola Valley, I think.
That sounds terrible.
It's actually it's literally gorgeous. It's like the woods of southern San Francisco. It's amazing. And they've been wanting us to go up, and so we were like, well, we'll go up. And Ben has a drone.
Oh no!
What?
Which I crashed. And it's like a prototype drone. It's like,
wait,
did you break it?
I didn't break it because it's supposed to, like, the wings fly off and all that stuff and they break, but those are replaceable.
Okay.
But it is great, dude. Drones nowadays, like, crazy. Because I got, like, do you remember the AR Parrot drone that you could buy, like, at, like, Sharper Image or whatever?
Yeah,
Nope.
The old team.
Well, it was like foam.
Sharper
It was like
Image?
foam, and you could use your iPhone.
Does Sharper Image still exist? Is that still
I
the place you
believe
go
so.
to in a mall where you just want to like sit in a chair and get a back massage? Or is that Brookstone now?
Ooh. See, Sharper Image was always the one that had, like, the weird robot.
Yeah, and they had the
thing.
full-size Batman costume
Yeah.
from the movie that was
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
$2,000. And
And then they also like weirdly had that head scratcher that wasn't like technologically advanced at all. Everyone just liked to use the head scratcher.
The Zingy or whatever that was called.
I don't know. It had a name. I thought it was just head scratcher.
Good. Hey, man, maybe it's just head scratcher.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
so this fucking drone is crazy. It literally has GPS in the drone.
What?
So you sit there, like, charge it up, get it ready, and it starts acquiring satellites.
what?
It's like fucking like acquiring
so
satellites.
legal.
And then you literally, like, you got like 12 satellites, time to go. You take off, and you can fucking go like miles away from where you are.
Really?
And then you literally, like, you can lose visual contact of it because you're looking at like the feed from the camera, and then you literally are like, and my buddy Ben was like, watch, you hit this button that just says home, and he's holding his hand up. He's like, I'm not doing anything. And the fucking
way.
drone
Just comes home?
over the hill, just like over the hill, and like comes over our heads and it's like sit. It's like beat it, and it lands itself.
Oh my god!
Right where it took off.
Okay,
from.
when I was at Comic-Con,
Crazy.
when I was at Comic-Con, EW threw a special cocktail party for the Con Man cast and all that kind of stuff. And it was on like this little rooftop on the Thursday night of Comic-Con, and we're all up there like having a drink and eating some hors d'oeuvres and things like that. And then all of a sudden I look over and there is a drone that was like up off like diagonally from the rooftop with a camera on it. And I was like, holy shit, this is probably some person on the street who happens to have a drone and realizes there's some like private
Fancy
party going up
Yeah.
on a rooftop. I was like, this is the new paparazzi.
Yeah. Oh,
Like,
totally.
Obviously, none of us were doing anything scandalous, so none of us really gave a fuck that there was a camera there.
Right.
But like, still, it was weird to me that I was like, oh shit, people can see what we're doing up here.
Yeah. Well, this wasn't actually a story, but I heard about this this week. But that a dude shot a drone over his property out of the sky, and he's gonna get charged.
What?
Because it's illegal to discharge your gun, and he shot this drone. But the crazy thing is, and this is where it gets like, was he in the right or not?
Yeah.
His 16-year-old daughter was sunbathing.
Yeah, wait. But despite the fact of a 16-year-old girl sunbathing, I
But
wouldn't
that's
want a
the thing.
drone coming
No,
into
but-
my backyard. That's private property.
But at what altitude does it become
you're
your private
right.
property?
Where's the airspace?
Yeah,
tie-in.
It's all public airspace.
We're gonna need so many more laws for this.
We're going to need so many more guns.
So many more guns.
Less guns.
We do gun.
We do gun.
gun.
We do gun.
Surprisingly, drones aren't a problem in Russia because they just fucking shoot them out of the sky and they're like, "Yeah, it's a nice drone."
Well, that's because in Russia they have all those car cameras. They already have cameras on
Oh, yeah.
everything.
Oh, yeah.
Every vehicle has a camera.
oh
on.
yeah,
Yeah.
because they don't want to get in. Like they want to be like, "No, that guy jumped out in front of my car."
All I've seen are those cameras be used for like comet sightings in Russia.
shit,
It's like, it's
right?
always
Or like
dash
the time
cam of,
that
like,
plane like
Oh my
crashed.
god, the plane that like
that wasn't Russia
right.
though. I think
no,
that was
like in Taiwan or
Taiwan,
something,
yeah,
Taipei
yeah,
or something like
yeah.
that. Yeah, so I crashed this drone, and I will go on record. I will go on record in saying I landed that fucking drone 3 times successfully. And every time the drone just decided to take off into the air again, unbeknownst to me. So it's like it because I was going down to the thing and it would like land and it would be like, warning, the ground, and then it'd be like and I'm like, no drone, I'm landing, I get it, there's ground, I'm landing. And I mean, they were perfect landings.
Warning, the ground.
Yeah. And then the last time it popped up and I just like pushed the wrong way or something happened, I don't know, it wasn't really there. And the drone exploded.
It exploded?
The drone hit these like, because they're still under construction at the house, and they had these like rebar sticking out of the ground.
Isn't
and
that
the drone
like
just,
a root?
I was like, the drone just sort of like went over, and then as soon as it touched the rebar, it went like flip, and it was still going upside down. It was like, and we were all trying to like, do we walk up to it? Like, what if it explodes?
What if that's consciousness and blames us for his pain?
It was crazy. Yeah, I was like, why?
You just,
like, sorry.
Shove the controls in your wife's hands. Be like, here.
Yeah, I was like, Heather did it.
Fault.
I landed it perfectly 3 times, and then Heather was like, let me do it.
Turn. All right, I feel like we have to do a little housekeeping.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because on last week's episode, we said we were going to do a poll for the pictures.
Right.
And then I was not informed until about 20 minutes ago that Alex actually didn't have access to one of the pictures, that I have the other picture, and I did not know that. So this week, we're going to do a poll. You shut your face, Tom. We're going to do a poll for the pictures.
Yep.
And you can tell us which picture you want to be our new picture for the half-hour happy hour with Alex and Alex.
Half-hour album.
You're terrible.
What?
But you know what Alex did do this week?
I did.
He emailed Canada Woman for the wine.
I did.
So we can get our drunksmiths on.
We are waiting with bated breath.
Yeah, she hasn't emailed us back yet. But here's the deal. Even if we don't get wine from Canada Woman, we'll still do drunksmiths.
Somehow we'll find
I was
wine.
like, there's a way to acquire
Dude,
wine.
maybe
in
we
the
should do
United
like
States.
a Kickstarter for like $50.
That would be really funny.
And we could just have our fans do like, all we need is $50.
How sad would that be if we make like $2 towards drunk mess?
Fuck it, I'll just donate the other
like,
48. Because hey, save $2.
Yeah.
Hey, boom!
Right?
You know what? You speak the truth.
Because we're gonna do drunk. I decided the name is Drunksmiths.
Drunksmiths.
You decided. Okay.
Drunksmiths instead of Christmas.
Yeah, I like Drunksmiths.
instead of Drunkmiss. Which do you like better, Drunkmiss or Drunksmiths?
I like
Yeah,
Drunksmiths.
I like Drunksmiths.
Drunksmiths.
Drunksmiths is nice.
Mainly because it's harder to say, especially when you're drunk.
Yeah.
That's gonna be some fun.
This is the
Drunksmith.
8th day of Drunksmith.
I'm super popular at holidays.
You shut your face. I said that today, or not
What'd
today.
you say?
I didn't say it today. On
You're a liar.
On Friday, they had Geek and Century had me as a guest on their Twitch stream. Had me as their guest on their Twitch stream for their first HeroClix game, which, by the way,
cool.
had never played it. Was taught terribly how to play it, but still had fun.
HeroClix are fun.
But HeroClix involves a gosh darn a lot of math.
Oh.
Yeah.
That just went into my Alex.
It's like dice
category.
and like moving certain spaces and doing
don't you,
amounts of clicks.
Your hero has like
yeah,
health
they
clicks?
click. Yeah, exactly.
Thanks.
So at some point on the show, I was like, I'm like super popular at math, and no one who was on the show with me understood what I was saying, but the fucking chat room did.
Ah,
Some people there. I was like, so shout out to the people who tuned in to watch HeroClix, who obviously listen to this podcast.
That's amazing.
That's really
Should we get to emails?
I believe we should.
Segue.
Speaking of which,
Did we get any emails?
we got a lot of emails, but I wanted
I
to
feel
get
like
this
you
one.
just ran out of batteries.
No, but I wanted to get this one because Victor actually wrote the 12 Days of Drunksmith song.
What?
No.
And I don't know.
Victor!
I don't know if we should attempt to
Should
sing
we
it
save it?
or we should save it. But then I feel like
Man,
Drunksmith is so far
I don't
away.
care. Maybe we should save it.
I don't know. Well, let's
Read
just
the
see.
beginning.
I'm going to read the beginning. Okay.
Read until it gets to the song part.
Okay.
Okay.
So, hello again, Allison, Alex, and Tom.
Hi, Victor.
First of all, stat is an abbreviation of the Latin statum, which means immediately, which I think we looked up.
Oh, yeah. Not
Thank you, sir.
shorter than at once. What was it?
Shorter than all time. Smaller than anal tattooing. I don't know. None of that's right. All right, here we go. So we'll look on that later. Secondly, have you ever thought about having a guest appearance on the show?
Woo! We have.
We have. It's so much easier to sweat by yourself. If so, I call dibs. Amazing.
Oh, Victor could be our guest.
We should do like Skype calls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
That's a
Well,
bad idea.
that's a bad idea.
No,
Is that what
it's
you
not
said?
a bad
And then you go, yeah, that's a bad idea. And I was like, right, wait, what?
Let's go with that.
To help
Maybe.
persuade you, I wrote a 12 Days of Drunk Smith song for the show. It's obviously based on the 12 Days of Christmas.
As it should be. I'd be really concerned if it was based on the
and
Dukes of Hazzard
I'm
theme
only
song.
including the last verse, which includes every item. I hope you enjoy it. If I am invited on the podcast, I can bring alcohol.
You're invited.
What is alcohol?
Subway swag. I work at Subway
Subways.
HQ, remember? And
He works
even
at
magic
Subway
cards for Allison.
Alex, you have to give me your magic cards.
Oh, yeah, I do.
You
Remind me.
toast do.
It's a
Okay.
Subway plug right there.
know.
So should we try to...
We should get sponsored by Subway. How do we make
Subway.
that happen?
How does this
Yeah,
work?
Victor,
So-
you work at Subway HQ. Get us sponsored by
yeah,
Subway.
man.
Yeah. I fucking... With the pepper jelly? We are huge Subway fans.
Yeah.
Gee, if they sponsor the show, fuck the sponsorship.
Except for the,
Send me the
except
pepper
for the
jelly.
episode where I'm like, the Oldwick General Store is the best sub on the face of this planet. Fuck Subway.
Look,
but still, Subway, if you want to
understands-
sponsor us, I will
Subway
gladly
understands that
promote
there
your
are some
sandwiches.
mom and pop stores that may
Yeah.
be better.
Best subs on the planet, except for the Oldwick General Store in Oldwick, New Jersey.
So how does the 12 Days of Christmas song
On the
go?
first day of Christmas.
No, it starts with the 12th. On the 12th day of Christmas,
my
the happy hour gave to me 12 bottles of Canadian wine.
Okay, wait,
11
stop there. I don't want to spoil
brooming,
this.
10.
No, I don't want to spoil it. Let's
I
use
like-
it. Let's save it for Drunksmas.
By the way, 10 is 10 dogs a herring. I love it. Okay, Victor, we're going to save
Oh
this
my
for
God,
Drunksmas.
Victor, you're my favorite
Victor's
person.
the best.
Yeah, this is
We're
amazing.
totally saving that. Wait, like put a little favorite next to that email so we don't
okay,
forget
I'll put a
about
little
it.
favorite next to that. Boom.
Favorite that shit because Gmail can do that.
Okay, so rush to the bathroom. No idea what this means. Dear
Ooh.
Tom Krajewski,
Oh.
Alex
Krajewski.
Hoggin all the Brecks, Allison, hey Slippy, you're so fine. You're so
Yeah.
fine, you blow my mind.
Hey, Slippy.
Hey Slippy.
Hey, Slippy.
So last night I went to
got
the
it.
Rush concert.
Oh my God.
Because they're super popular at progressive rock.
They really are. And like
music
7,
nerd.
8 time codes
Yeah.
or whatever.
After the 3-hour show, I was waiting to use the bathroom, and all the women were marveling at the fact that there was a line for the men's room, and
Because
not
there were
for the
probably
ladies, and not for the
80%
ladies'
more
room.
men at the Rush concert than there were women.
I agree. The guy in front of me was getting teased by his wife. I was like, was getting testy at his wife. No, was getting teased by his wife, and other women wanted to take pictures out of sheer disbelief. What? I don't understand what was happening.
What town was this
Oh.
in? These women sound
That was
bored.
just around
Yeah.
here.
There was a mop bucket outside the room, and many of us considered pulling a Bieber. I don't know
Oh,
what
and
that
just
means.
peeing. What do you mean?
Oh,
you don't know
peeing
what
in
that
the
means?
bucket?
Yeah, peeing in
I
the
don't know.
bucket.
I don't follow-
Bieber,
I don't follow
he didn't
Bieber.
He didn't want to wait in line for the bathroom, so he peed in a mop bucket, and like he got kicked out of a club.
That
Or he
does sound
made
like
he
him.
maybe got kicked out of a club.
I don't know.
Or someone took a picture, or something happened along those lines.
As I got to the entrance, there was a guy leaving wearing a shirt that said "Piss" in the style of the band Kiss. I cracked up laughing. A very entertaining night indeed.
Indeed.
That is an interesting.
That's the whole email?
This feels like a Tom Krajewski one-word email story.
It's totally a Tom email.
I'll take it home. I'll edit it down to be the perfect.
the one
sentence.
Condense it to the perfect.
I
story
needed to
about
pee
that.
at a Rush concert, and then some guy had a shirt on that said "Pee like Kiss."
I do appreciate
Tom.
these stories.
Good times. Whiskey Dick Mountain.
Okay.
Hey everyone. There are 149 turbines on the southwest rise of Whiskey Dick Mountain in the arid steppes of the central Washington state. The Wild Horse Wind and Solar Facility takes advantage of the region's near constant
Is this a
breeze
Wikipedia
to
entry?
generate enough power to give service to 80,000 homes.
Is this like performance art?
Puget Sound Energy, which operates the facility, opens the wind farm to tours. And that's not all there is to do and see on the mountain. Hiking is a popular choice. But be warned, the same wind that turns the blades of the turbines can make for a challenging trek. P.S. I am similar to Allison's cousin because when I was little, I wanted to be a paleontologist. And as I got older, I decided to go to school for video games.
Okay. Alex.
I learned a lot.
The
right
subject
there.
was Whiskey Dick Mountain. You read that email.
Yeah, but maybe you
There's
read,
no world in
Alex,
which you don't
maybe
read that
read
email.
that email before we start recording the podcast.
Napa. This is Freebird here. We're free flowing.
All right.
Are we sponsored now by Whiskey Dick Mountain?
I hope so. Ooh, Oh yeah. So I didn't.
Podcast
so I also
from Whiskey
emailed.
to
I also
Mountain.
emailed Matt Mason.
Yeah, did he
that
get his
link.
action figure?
I don't.
We didn't talk about this. A fan found the Matt Mason action figure, the major Matt Mason action figure on eBay, and tweeted it at me, and then I tweeted it out, and Matt Mason tweeted me back. And he was like, I haven't even had time to listen to the podcast, and you already found the action figure.
Amazing.
Wow. So I hope he got it. Did he get it?
I don't know. He has an email back.
Damn it, Matt. Let us know if he got it.
You think he'd be excited?
Yeah.
It
was only like $16 on eBay, too. It wasn't like $250, or maybe you have to consider spending that amount of money on a...
Was it mint in
figure?
package?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
It was definitely not mint in package. It was beat the fuck up is what it was. $16. But it was $16. It was your thing.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
Oh my God, Alex.
21 minutes.
Oh, Jesus, in already?
Yeah,
Fuck.
read
Okay,
one
here we
more
go.
email and then we're getting to stories.
Oh, one more. T-shirts. Why not?
T-shirts? What?
Tim Watts. Hey, guys.
Hi, Tim Watts.
Not sure if you remember me, but I sent the portrait of Alison Alex a week or so back. Yes.
Oh,
Now
you're
we
very
remember
good at
you.
drawing.
Glad you liked them.
You're like super popular at drawing.
He is
Those are
super popular.
amazing.
Yeah.
Didn't notice the Lost Boys vibe of Alison's pick. Hope that's not a bad thing. I
Lost
like that.
Boys. I like that movie.
Anyway,
I could be a vampire.
I was listening and laughing my ass off on the Circle K on the moon discussion and couldn't help get it out of my head. So I threw together a quick pick of you guys.
What?
Maybe their motto could be Circle K. We're super popular on the moon. Talk to you later. Look, it's the Circle K on the moon.
That's amazing. I love that.
Okay, I love
For those
it.
of you
awesome.
who can't see,
That's
which is
great.
all of you
Circle
listening
K.
to this.
Which is all
so
of
it'd be
you.
the moon.
It's a giant.
Circle K on the
Giant
moon.
circle.
Yeah,
Okay.
with just like a stand-up Circle K. So it's like not like the Circle K is emblazoned onto the moon, which is kind of how I was picturing it. But it's just like someone put a stand-up sign.
It's pretty awesome.
Okay,
I love it.
first story.
Let's get to like intelligent stuff.
Okay, second story.
Because that's what the show's about.
Yeah, because that's what we're about. So, a medical procedure was just for no.
Of course it was.
No, so first story actually has to do with the people that I stayed with up in Napa. They had this actually happen to them.
No.
And it's this fucking crazy fucking thing that I feel like PSA, everybody should know this about California if you live in California.
I live in California.
Everybody should know this. Are you in California?
Yeah.
You should know
Tom,
this.
do you live in California?
I think so.
Alex, do you live in California?
Yesterday.
Okay, this is important.
We'll get on with the
All right.
story.
This is
Here-
relevant
I
to
need
our
to know this.
to our
Here-
needs.
So you ready for this shit?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Crazy shit.
Okay, what's happening?
So this story is just a story that happened I think a year ago or whatever, but it is exactly what happened basically with my friends.
Okay, got it.
California family
California.
vexed
I love drinking.
by fired nanny who refuses to leave.
What?
What?
You can't get rid of a nanny?
You cannot terminate
What?
and get out of your house a live-in nanny if they have been living in your house for more than 2 days.
For 2 days?
What?
This is like squatters' rights or something?
It is
for a
it's
nanny?
tenant rights.
Tenant
It has
rights.
nothing to do with
gosh.
nanny.
God.
So they literally, you have to take them to civil court, which can take up to
Holy
6 months to
crap.
a year to get them legally evicted from your house.
And so the whole
Even
time
if they
they're...
stop, even if they stop doing anything and they fucking live in your house.
So you're still sharing the
Oh
bathroom with
my
them and knocking on the
gosh.
door. Wow.
Crazy.
Wow.
Crazy.
I mean,
I got to get a nanny
I guess
job.
I've like
Yeah,
vaguely, I vaguely understand why this rule is in effect at the moment. So douchebags aren't like, women.
You're out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And that's their livelihood. But at the same time, if it's been only 3 days,
That's
And
ridiculous.
you can fire them, so they are no longer employees of yours, but because they have claimed residency at your house, you can't just say, get the fuck out of my house.
whoa.
And they're not paying any rent.
Well, here's the reason it doesn't apply to any of us. We don't have kids.
No, true.
Thank God.
But
Yeah.
think about look, we're not in a situation where we're going to have like a live-in
No.
whatever the fuck.
I don't need to
Insert
live in nanny
anybody.
for my dog.
But also, they don't have to live in, like you could have a friend or a friend of a friend that's like, I just need a place to crash for like 6 months or a month.
6
Oh,
months.
no.
They
Or
were
even a
paying me
month.
fucking rent. Yeah.
Right, yeah. They can
Yeah.
start paying you rent for a room and stop paying rent and say, fucking suck a dick.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
So wait.
So if you rent out your room,
I have a buddy flying into town tomorrow.
Caution, Will Robinson. What?
He's only staying here for a week in our guest room.
Right, but he's not going to claim residency in that guest
room. Okay, right. He's not going to be like, this is my mailing address.
Right. Yeah. It's not going to be like, I'm now moving in here.
Yeah. Otherwise, I'm never letting any friends stay with me.
Yeah, believe me, we kept talking to them about this. We were like, we're moving in. And the crazy thing is, they got this nanny, and they were building a new house, right? And they were like, they saw the signs. They were like, this nanny's really not working out, but that's okay. Let's just get into the new house, and then maybe it'll be better in the new house, and whatever. So they move into the new house. Had they not brought her with them to the new house, she couldn't have claimed residency.
New house.
But because they brought her for a week into the new house, they were literally like, it's going to be so awkward, we're going to fire her, and it's going to be weird, and all this stuff. And they were like, so you got to move out. And she was like, oh, okay, yeah.
I'm not doing
And then
that.
the next day she was like, so I'm not moving out. And by the way, you owe me 3 months of back pay.
What?
And by the way, I hurt my back, and you need to help me fix that. I mean, it was they were just like, what the fuck?
What?
And now they're in this new house, and they're like, there's a fucking crazy woman that lives in this new house with us.
Isn't there some way to convince them to get out by annoying them or making their life hell? How do you get them out?
It was a long, drawn-out story. At one point, they a lawyer of hers called them and was like, "I'm her lawyer," because it clearly was one of the ambulance chaser lawyers that was like, "No, you owe her all."
Was
this
it Better Call Saul?
It was
because that would be rad.
That would have been sweet.
Ooh.
So there's a way to get as long as you can figure out what it is that you can get to convince them to say, "Fine, I'll move."
Money,
money, yeah, or whatever. But there's but if that's not what they want, if they were like, nah, I just want to live in this nice house, you're fucked. You are fucked. Yeah.
Oh my god.
I mean, this poor family had the same thing where they were like, and she just didn't give a shit. And to me, I go, how could you be the fucking shame of being that person who's
just
in the house, the awkwardness
to
of
be
being in a
very
room.
to be very Californian about it, the energy.
Yeah.
You're not walking into a home that's filled with good energy. You know,
not at all.
How do you do that every day?
I don't know. But so FYI, everybody,
don't
PSA,
get a fucking live-in nanny.
Yeah.
If you're gonna get a live-in nanny, be fucking cautious.
I was gonna say, did your friends eventually get another nanny?
Not a live-in nanny.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hell no.
Okay, wait. Is one of our stories? I didn't ask you this beforehand. Is one of our stories an update to the town that falls asleep?
Ooh.
No. But did you see the article about how they figured out what makes those people fall asleep?
Well, but the problem is that because the article is about the uranium mine, right?
No, it's about there's a carbon monoxide level.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's terribly fantastic.
I mean, that's horrible, but
it's a mixture of there's weird carbon monoxide levels that mix with shit that has to do with the mine, and that's what's making people fall asleep.
Oh my god!
Yeah, so they actually figured it out.
So they don't have any carbon monoxide detectors like we do in our houses.
No.
That would be amazing. The one weird tourist that has one on his shoulder is like, well, I'm gonna be. Oh my god, there's so much carbon monoxide here.
Yeah,
maybe that's what's putting us to sleep.
Oh. It's not just aliens.
Sleep sound, sleep. I was gonna make a snoring sound and I couldn't get it to happen, so I just said sleep sounds, sleep. Oh my god, I'm sweating my ass off. And yes, I know I hate saying that all the time. All right. Lawsuit alert.
I hit my headset in the mic.
Meth found at the bottom of an In-N-Out burger beverage.
Wait, this is different than the meth found in the remote control surfboard.
Oh my god. Yeah. So much meth in that one. This was just enough meth to get you sick.
Ait, where? Meth found in where?
It was in, I think it was in LA.
Of course it was.
Yeah, I think it was I thought it was Lancaster.
Riverside. Oh, Lancaster.
Downey.
Totally Downey.
Of course it's Downey. Sorry, guys who are in Downey or girls that are in Downey. We love Downey. It's the quicker picker upper. That's not Downey. What is that? The quicker picker.
Bounty?
That is Bounty.
It's close.
It's a paper towel, not a town.
Not a town.
Picker.
You don't go to Bounty, the town, and there's no spills.
Thicker, quicker picker upper. The thicker, quicker picker upper.
Yeah, that was the special. That was the special one when they made a thicker version. Anyway, so
that's
a guy.
For the ladies out there.
Okay, so the guy. Because it's thicker? That's horrible.
What do you mean that's better? Thicker is better, Alex.
First off, moving on. So a lawsuit.
So is longer.
A lawsuit.
And harder.
Jeez.
So it's true.
Yeah, so it's true.
I've had many drinks.
I'm super popular at drinks. So this guy
drinking. I'm super popular in drinking.
So you should come back. You should come over after barbecues more often.
Yeah, I like this, Allison.
Okay, anyway, read about In-N-Out Burger and meth.
So this guy was like, I'm gonna get a burger, some fries, and a little drink.
Fuck yeah, animal style.
Animal style. Boom. Gets his drink. Drinks his drink. Was like, ooh, I feel like weird and sick because I've been drinking meth.
Wait, the meth was in his drink?
Yeah, so he goes home with his stuff, and he's like, fuck, this is weird. And then he opens up his soda, and there's like a napkin with 2 bundles of things. And he's like, what the fuck is this? And he brought it back, and the manager was like, oh, that's weird. I'll give you a free burger.
I'll take
you
the
will give
drugs.
me free health insurance for the rest of my life.
And they were like, we should check out see what this shit is that I just ate and thank you for the free burger. And so he went and got like a lawyer, and the lawyer was like, well, let's check it. And he was like, oh yeah, it's methamphetamine.
The lawyer? He's like a scientist?
Yeah, the lawyer's like,
yeah, I pull out my...
oh yeah, that's fucking meth. I mean, let me lick that. Oh, that's meth.
I think you smoke meth.
But yeah, but it's like the cocaine thing. You don't snort the cocaine to check if it's cocaine.
Oh, you just
you like put it in your lips, and you're like, ooh,
but we only know that from like drug dealers in movies. Is that a true thing?
That is true. No. Yeah, that is true. Because what cop's going to be like, hold on, let me just get high for a second. Yeah, that's cocaine. Yeah, exactly. When I put it on my lips, my face tingles. I'm pretty sure that's meth.
You're a really happy cop.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
Anyway, so lawsuit's happening.
That's fucking ridiculous.
That's Still love In-N-Out, though.
I will eat the shit out of some In-N-Out.
Now with bonus meth.
Probably right after this podcast, I will go eat the shit out of some In-N-Out.
You should eat the shit out of that.
Right.
I'm so excited. All right, but I'm gonna go on record and say, In-N-Out fries are pretty lame.
Lame? What?
They're great
lame.
if you get them immediately after they are cooked.
Yeah, you can't bring them home in a bag.
You mean eat them?
No, when you get them immediately after they're cooked.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, and then eat them.
And then eat them.
Yeah, why would you get them and not eat them?
That
was implied. That was implied. What do you mean? They give it to you to eat. They give it to they will make a little happy box for you so you can eat it in your car.
Home of the happy box.
Home of the happy box. Are you eating in your car or are you driving like an idiot?
I'm going to
drive like an idiot. Give me a happy box. No, but I get them double done, like double fried.
I've never tried that.
It's the closest way to getting them to taste like better French fries. But McDonald's French fries are bar none the best.
So much better, but you know why?
Because it's like there's heroin in it.
No, it's sugar.
Well, yeah.
They put salt and sugar on the French fries.
So smart.
Yeah.
That's
also
smart.
why apparently McDonald's has a different Coke recipe because their Coke is more sugary than other restaurants.
So there's Mexican Coke, McDonald's Coke.
Yeah.
Regular bullshit United States Coke.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
That's amazing.
But McDonald's puts sugar in fucking everything because it makes you want to eat it more.
Yeah, not like In-N-Out that puts drugs in their stuff.
Yeah, that meth won't make me eat more.
Oh my god.
It'll just make me do a lot of really efficient work. Anyway.
Is that what meth does?
Yeah, it's speed.
Oh shit, maybe I need to do meth.
Did you watch Breaking Bad?
Yeah. I did, but I didn't realize it just seemed like everyone got bad teeth on it, did
that
more
also
work.
happens. That also happens. So you get a lot of work done, but you look fucked up. Anyway, all right. Speaking of fucked up, we got to talk about this. We got to talk about this.
We gotta.
We got to talk about this. And this might be our last story. I don't know how much time we have, but this is going to be made. This is going to be made. First off, this happened in 1959. I had never heard of it. I had never heard of it.
Okay. Was it the Kennedy assassination?
It's not. It was 63, I think.
Yep.
No, I don't know time-wise.
Was it when we landed
on
the
moon? I'm super popular at history.
I'm terrible at history.
I'm terrible at pretty much everything I've found out. So they're going to make this into a movie. Get ready for this fucking shit.
Okay, I'm ready for this fucking shit.
Here's the title of the story. In 1959, a group of 9 experienced Soviet mountaineers died mysteriously in the Ural Mountains. According to the rescuers, the hikers ripped open their own tents and ran barefoot into the snow trying to escape. One of the hikers had a missing tongue, and all of their clothes were highly radioactive.
Now, this was up in the mountains where there was nobody around. There were no tracks.
Nobody.
And the pictures are freaky.
Yeah.
Hold on.
So
wait, everyone just stop.
Don't know.
It was a bunch of skiers in 1959. Go.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for the.
Yes.
It was skiers.
So
in
skiers.
Tents? Why the fuck were skiers in tents?
Because they were hiking to ski, like ski hiking. They were ski hiking.
Whoa.
So
that sounds like a Russian word.
Investigators determined that the skiers had torn their tents from the inside out in order to escape from an apparent threat. Nobody knows what happened.
Inside the tent.
Inside the tents.
Like radioactivity.
They fled the campsite, some of them barefoot, under heavy snowfall. Although the bodies showed no sign of the struggle, such as contusions, 2 victims had fractured skulls and broken ribs.
What?
The Soviet authorities determined that an unknown compelling force had caused the deaths. And they still don't know what happened.
Is this the plot line for Blair Witch Project 2?
Kind of.
First off, it would be 3, unfortunately.
3 Blair Witch Project. I didn't watch the second one.
Yeah, this is all on Ancient Aliens. With
because
George
a lot of people
Siklos.
think I mean, a lot of people are like, they think it was an alien attack.
Their clothes were radioactive?
Their clothes were all extremely
and this is
radioactive.
1959?
Did we have radiation back then?
1959. We did, and everybody was crazy.
The atom bomb was detonated in 1944.
So here we go.
Or 45.
A legal inquest started immediately after finding the first of 5 bodies. Ugh. A medical examination found no injuries which might have led to their deaths.
Wow, so they just
And it was concluded that they died of hypothermia.
Fuck.
Outside their tents.
Yeah.
But they ran away.
Yeah. An
By the way,
examination
I
of
don't
the 4
think
bodies.
tents keep you warm in snow. I watched.
Look, I don't understand how tents work. I'm not a tent
I watched
expert.
both Alive and that Liam Neeson movie in which he fights wolves.
The Greys.
The Grey, I think it was.
Grey.
Yeah, The Grey.
I'm super popular at remembering.
No one survives in a fucking tent because there's no heaters in tents. You need heat.
You got to make your own heat.
Hey-o.
Ow.
Hey-o.
Yeah, whatever.
Because this is United States. But by the way, so this is fucked up. This is 1959.
That's insane.
They still don't know what happened.
That is insane.
Yes.
So they're just going to make a movie about it and make something up?
Probably.
Is that what you're saying?
You mean
they don't know what happened. Let's make something
in
up.
a movie?
Right.
We're just going to write the ending.
It'll be like
What?
Interstellar, where for the first 3/4 of the movie, you're like,
Yeah, we haven't seen it. La 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 la.
this isn't going to spoil anything.
Right.
The first 3/4 of the movie, you're like, fuck yeah, science. And then the last quarter of the movie, you're like, what the fuck? You just made all that shit up because you didn't know how it actually should go.
Really?
That's
Okay.
what this movie's
All
going
right.
to be
Makes
like.
sense. Theories. Many theories have arisen in the event, but avalanche damage is considered one of the more plausible explanations.
Oh, what?
One
That makes no
scenario
sense.
under this
What?
theory is that moving snow knocked down the tents, ruining the campsite during the night, and the party then cut themselves free and attempted to flee.
But why the radioactivity?
They would have. Here we go. Which
Then
being
the
covered
aliens
in wet snow and sub-freezing temperatures create hairs.
Yeah, that's why they
In this
died.
scenario, whenever blah blah blah, farther from the site, possibly going to help find. Okay, the body major fractures. One of the bodies injured in the lid. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, I
Alex, you're
get it.
boring
I
us.
get.
I know.
Avalanche actually sounds really fucking reasonable,
the
except for the
radioactivity.
radioactivity. Yeah.
I know.
So first avalanche, then aliens came in.
Yeah. Or maybe they were like, we're Russian. Let's rub our hands on this plutonium to heat up. All right. I rubbed it all over my body. Is this bad? No, Sergey. It's good. It's good. You're glowing. We follow you.
You're glowing.
That's how it happened. Avalanche and then Russian.
Yeah. I do gun.
I do a gun. Let's play
I do
gun
plutonium.
cat snake. No, we can't play gun cat snake here.
Is
It's
that
too
rock,
hot.
paper, scissors?
Yeah.
Cat
Yeah,
snake.
because when they're playing it, it's like paper, cat. What? Yeah, you can't tear up paper with his little claws. It's like, what?
Paper wasn't an option. You said gun, cat,
No, I'm
snake.
just saying this is how Russians play so that they always win. Because they're like, rock,
Yeah, but what's
cat, cat
snake?
play with rock like little toy. What? And then pee on you. It's like, that doesn't make any sense. Scissors. Oh, cat don't like scissors.
But snake.
A snake. Snake, very talented at lots of things. Snake eat rock and poop it. I love it. Oh, my God.
What is plutonium?
Oh, man. Russians are so good at so many games. We play Connect. It's Connect 4. We only need one. Oh God,
this is so much better than rock paper scissors lizard Spock.
Yes, exactly. It's cat snake. What was
plutonium,
it?
Plutonium cat snake.
Yeah,
but you had rock and paper in there, so I guess they're still there.
Because they're just counteracting rock.
Rock, paper, scissors, cat snake, plutonium.
Yeah, that'd be good. It rolls off the tongue too. All right, how much time do we have?
I've had too many drinks.
40. You can do another quick one.
A quick story.
Yeah, no quick story.
This is a quick story because I like it.
Is it?
Cool kids can go on to become losers later in life. Study finds.
Wait, this is...
They studied and found that the cool kids in high school usually end up as losers later in life.
This is a story that's like, when a friend gives you a plant as a birthday present, it will die because you won't water it. Duh.
Wow, interesting. Says
I remember that article.
Every movie we have ever watched since the 80s has shown the cool kids not being cool once they leave high school.
Yeah, St. Elmo's Fire.
This isn't a movie. This is actually fact. Like, they studied it.
But that's why they didn't become cool kids.
So it's life imitating art, is what you're saying, Alex?
I think it might be, sir. Or art imitating life that they didn't realize was actually true yet. Yeah. So they studied, they followed 180 teenagers in America over a decade.
Wow.
And according to the studies, teenagers who tried to act cool and were popular...
That's dedicated.
No. And were popular.
Were they super popular?
They were super popular during their younger years.
Okay.
Are at a higher risk of experiencing problems as adults, including alcohol and drug abuse, and becoming involved in crimes.
Ooh.
Criminals.
Ooh.
I was super cool in high school. Now I just robbed a bank. What?
Which is still pretty cool, actually. Robbing a bank? Come on.
So this is the problem.
The bad boys.
So this is the problem. The study basically went on to say the shit you had to do in order to seem cool in high school, it just starts magnifying as you get older, and so you start to seek out more sort of like higher,
like
crazier
you smoke cigarettes because you're not supposed to do that as kids.
Exactly.
And you have to figure out what
and then
you're
when you go to college, you're like, I guess heroin is what I'm not supposed to be doing in college. And then as an adult, you're like, I'm not supposed to be robbing this poor woman on the street.
Yeah.
And look how cool I am. And then they go to jail.
Wow, this is why I was not a cool kid. And now I record podcasts in someone's garage.
So winning.
Much cooler.
But the alcohol is still involved. You said they turn into alcoholics, right?
Well, no, they can, like, they'll lead towards either drugs or alcohol abuse.
I remember
crime.
very specifically in I want to say we were like sophomores in high school, and there was some like, no. It must have been 8th grade because I actually do remember the building. It must have been 8th grade. We had some like 8th grade Friday night field trip to a skate rink, like just for the 8th graders. Yeah. And I remember at this skate rink, like the cool kids coming up to me and being like, "You won't curse." And I'm like, "What?" They're like, "Say a bad word." And I'm like, "Oh my God, what?" They're like, "Come on, you won't do it. Say a bad word." And I was like, "Shit." And they were like, "Oh, she did it." And it was so hard for me to say it. It was such a peer pressure situation. And I was bullied into cursing. Now, by the way, all I do on this podcast is say terrible, awful, dirty things.
Yeah, but it's by choice.
But I very clearly remember the first time that I cursed because the cool kids wanted me to do it.
That is so funny.
Maybe I should thank them because I don't think this podcast would be as popular if I didn't have such a filthy mouth.
It was a gateway swear.
It was a gateway swear.
It really was.
Shit is basically the stepping stone to something I'm not going to say right now.
The fuck.
There you go. Boom.
Totally.
Look at that. You're super popular at cursing.
I'm so popular at cursing.
So I think it's very interesting that they actually like went through and like followed a bunch of people and found out.
The scientists that ran the study were the geeks in high school just 100%. Hoping that the guys who were cool.
They were like, I've got an idea, sir, for us to look at a study.
Let the football captain. Dude, can I tell you, one of my like crowning achievements in life, not in life, in my like, I don't know.
In that area of 6 months?
Exactly. No, it was like the New Year's Eve, freshman year after college. So I went back home for Christmas break. And so I spent New Year's with a bunch of friends from high school, but it was like a very eclectic group of friends. So it was actually just the people I graduated with. It wasn't people we were necessarily like, it wasn't like our little cliques.
Yeah.
It was all sorts of people. And that New Year's Eve, I ended up making out with the captain of the football team, or the quarterback of our football team, this guy, Mike Handy. And I just started laughing hysterically. And he's like, "What's so funny?" And I'm like, I was valedictorian and you're the fucking quarterback of our football team. Like this, we're such a stereotype right now. This is fucking hysterical. Like, I don't get you. Yeah, I don't. This is the end of a John Hughes movie.
Yeah.
Where I get the quarterback of the football team.
He's like, I don't get you either. I'm just desperate
and he
right
basically
now.
was like, stop talking.
Yeah, he was like, you're ruining this moment.
Yeah,
Let
whatever.
Handy
Trying to
do
use
what
you
Handy
here.
does.
Yeah.
Let Handy take over.
Oh, you just made it creepy.
You sounded creepy.
I know it was creepy.
He was like, shut your face. Stop talking.
Shut your
Stop
face.
talking.
Oh, we
Stop
also
talking.
just listened. For some reason, we were also drunk and amused that we listened to that Train song. Fucking what was their first song? What was Train's first song?
Train.
You know, Meet Virginia.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
We listened to that song on repeat for like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
We thought it was awesome. I don't know why. That was my New Year's that year.
Make-out song.
That is a make-out
No.
song.
I'm not talking me and my candy. I'm talking the entire party. We just put that song on repeat and like sang it at the top of our lungs for about 30 minutes.
That does sound fun.
Yeah.
I've done that.
Speaking of about 30 minutes, we're far over that.
Hey,
45.
Look at that segue. Oh, somebody is.
I may be drinking, but I am on my game.
Tom just tried to clap and was like, "Who the fuck is doing? How am I doing this? When did I forget how to clap?"
It just didn't sound right when I clapped, so I had to look at my hands. I was very.
Oh, Tom.
All right, people, you have spent the next what? I don't know.
The last.
Hey, hope you've had as much fun as we've had. On this episode of the Half Hour Happy Hour. If you would like to get your email read on the show, good luck. Send that email to halfhourhappyhourfans@gmail.com. Also, follow us on Twitter at halfhourhappyhr for updates on the show. Also, the Nerdist video went up, so if you haven't seen that,
please watch our actual video.
Head over to nerdist.com, or if you want to get a direct link, you can go to twitter.com/halfhourhappyhr, which you can find it there. That is it for this week's edition of the Half Hour Happy Hour. I'm Alex Albrecht.
I'm Alison Haislip.
That's Tom Krajewski.
That's me.
You're totally pointing.
I'm pointing. We'll see you next week.
Bye, guys.
Peace.